Good morning everyone. Well, it was a morning when I was recording this. It is a second video where I am discussing the current state and issues of Final Fantasy XI. Please watch my first video if you haven't seen it yet. This time a different topic to discuss RMT, bots and Gearswap and add-ons. All of the subjects are controversial within the community, and where there are two Final Fantasy XI players, there are three opinions. So let me throw the stick into the bee's nest and give my opinion regarding this issue. First of all, what do those terms mean? RMT describes people whose main purpose of playing the game is earning VR cash from it. It is done by either selling keys, capacity points, or in-game currency for rare cash. RMT use bots, but they are not limited to only them. So what is a bot? It is a software application that runs automated tasks within the intent to imitate human activity. But in the game community, botting is more often referred to characters that play themselves. This distinction is made to show that things that assist players, like Gearswap, but do not replace actions taken by the human, shouldn't be considered bots. So, if we already mentioned it, then what is a Gearswap? In a short version, it is a script that allows a player to change their gear without the time lag that comes from using in-game gear sets. Therefore, it allows using things like pressure or fast-cast gear effectively, allowing players to attack faster or to make higher damage. So, what is my stand on those issues? Let's first discuss the Gearswap, as I feel that this one is the least controversial topic. Generally, I do not have anything against people using Gearswap, as it doesn't really give any unfair advantages. You still need to manually start every action for the Gearswap to execute. In this sense, it is similar to the in-game macros. I have the same statement regarding Windurst and many of the add-ons that come with it. Many of them do not alter the game, they just make it a little more user-friendly. You can check how long till the end of cooldown of magic or job ability by simply checking the menu. However, having them on screen makes it more convenient for players. Nothing really special. However, Gearswap has one thing that could turn out to be problematic. You can write scripts so detailed that you can turn your character into a bot. What is the difference between a bot and Gearswap user if in both cases he uses these items or spells automatically without any action taken from the human? The issue with add-ons is a little more complex. While add-ons that allow you to see timers on screen are harmless, the ones that change some elements of the game are not. If you are not knocked out due to enemy ability but stay in your spot, then this is something that was not designed as a part of the game. If this is the case, should something like this be allowed? In my opinion, no, but I will say a little more about it in the next part, where I will be discussing bots. For now, I will use the term bot to describe software that runs automated tasks even if the player is still sitting in front of a monitor. So, as long as some actions are done without the need of taking the action by the player, I will consider it bot software. So, the software that allows you to warp 5 of your mouse to the same location as your main will be considered a botting one. So, are bots really bad? I would say that yes, no and maybe. The whole thing is complicated as my love relations. First of all, we need to consider the type of game that we are speaking about. Generally, bots in a game where two sides are competing against each other can be considered a cancer of the gaming world. It destroys the fun and hard work of others just because one side felt the urge to win even if she was lacking the skills. It is different in situations where the players do not compete against each other. Does someone warping all of his arts to a certain location affect you in any way? Let's be honest, no. But at the same time, using the bot to claim a mob does. This is why I said that it is complicated. So, should bots be allowed to be used as long as they do not affect other players? And again, it is complicated. Let's for example consider a bot that would heal the party members. Using it could give other players a false feeling of security. They could easily consider a player to be better than he is in reality due to their third-party application. When the bot stops working or when the environment makes the bot not the most optimal in healing others, it shows that the player has no knowledge regarding the job that he needs to do. Therefore, it can lead to a wipe of the whole party alliance and waste others' time. So bots can bring the harm to community even if they are not used against other players. I am personally against bots, but I can understand some people using certain kinds of bots, the ones that do not interfere with the gameplay too much. The last group is RMT, and here my statement is harsh and short. I despise their whole existence. They are a reason for many issues in the game. Taking leveling spots, creating inflation, making some gear unavailable due to it not being worth crafting, and stealing mobs from players. Generally a garbage that should be eliminated from the game. There is not a single good word that I can speak about them. Also, what is worth mentioning, RMTs are generally using bots that deeply interfere with the gameplay, like auto-claiming the mobs and not produce monsters, which is another annoyance to the players. Well, enough of my rambling for today. I was also planning to speak about multi-boxing, but today's topic turned out to be such rank and heavy that I will leave it for the future.